Everyone, this is a free back with how to play. Today we're looking at how to play the game Totem, which was produced via Kickstarter. It's by Leonard and Oscar Slave, how do you pronounce it? I apologize for butchering it. It's for 2 players specifically, ages 11 and up, 20 to 30 minutes to play. Printed by, it doesn't name the publisher. It's printed in Poland, also I'm assuming it's printed by the same company that prints Truffle. Or, no, is that from Poland? Yeah, I believe it is. Anyways, in the game, you're trying to collect totems, as per the name of the game, and also try and avoid to collect these spooky Skellies. They have little funny things on, like rattle, rattle. And this one here, it says, every move you make, I'll be watching you. There's like little song quotes in here, which is kind of funny. These are the totems. Totem of balance. They'll have different symbols on them, different things that can happen during the game. Totem of conquest, etc., etc. There's actually an expansion here as well that adds different totems that you can use to replace the ones that come in the game, which we won't get into. Each player starts off with a bodyguard. It says, do not suffer with the rest of the deck. The fung bodyguard, little fungi. He's a fungi. And he also has a reference card that says what you're going to do on your turn and what the symbols mean. So I'll try to explain it the best that I can. You're going to be drawing cards until you have a total of 8 cards, including the fung bodyguard. And there's other bodyguards you can see, like Mr. Carp here. Different kind of suits. Smooth plastic coated finish, by the way, on the cards, in case you were wondering. Now, the game will end if you and your team capture 3 totems and have no spooky Skellies at the end of your turn. So you're going to catch 3 totems and also get rid of spooky Skellies. But you will lose immediately if your team has 4 spooky Skellies. The game can also end if you go through this deck twice. So, what you are going to be doing, and your hand size is unlimited, and actually it's 10 cards that you're going to be having on your team. So we can put this guy over here on a separate team. Everyone starts off with, of course, the fung bodyguard. Each player gets to draw 6 cards for the starting hand. And what you're going to do on your turn is the following. You can draw a card, but if you have 6 or more cards, you have to discard one first. Otherwise, if you have less than that, you don't have to discard anything. You simply draw one from the draw pile. Also, if your team is smaller than your opponent's, you can actually take a card from it into your hand. Return a card to your hand. It's kind of an interesting thing to do. Next, you're going to play or clean up. You can put a card from your hand onto your team, performing the card's actions, and any bonuses it might have triggered as well. And then you get to clean up by destroying 1 creature of each tribe in your team. If you have no creatures of a certain tribe, you skip it. Interesting. For instance, I can take a card and maybe I play the Carp Bard. And then to destroy a creature, you're going to put it into the discard pile, and it's only if you have certain cards that say to destroy. And I guess we should talk about the symbols that are on the cards. Let's see what my opponent has here. So this sword means to destroy. That's a strike. It's a destroy a card in any team, so it could be yours or your opponent's. If I could find the symbol I'm looking for, that would be fantabulous. This symbol right here, which is on the Hypnotist, is Hypnotize. And you play that, you move a card from one team onto the other team if there is room. But you ignore that card's bonus this turn. You cannot hypnotize cards in your team that you have played this turn. So if I play that, I can't hypnotize myself, but I can hypnotize a card of my opponent's. And you must choose to hypnotize a bodyguard. And it doesn't specify what hypnotizing actually does. And also, when striking an opponent, you must choose a bodyguard if possible, so I would choose my opponent's bodyguard by playing a strike card, the sword card, if I had that. It's kind of weird. The rules could be a little bit clearer, in my opinion, as to what hypnotizing is. I'm guessing, my opinion of what hypnotizing does is it prevents your opponent from using that card for this next turn. There's another symbol which is to talk about, which is, and we talked about the sword. It is this symbol. It's a drop of something, and it's on the poisoner, and it's a poison. All these cards basically tell you what they are by the name, at least some of them. And this one says the player of your choice, you or your opponent, must pick up and destroy active cards in your own team. So that's kind of interesting. Rounded down. So if you have 5, you just destroy 2. And you might want to do that. You might want to destroy half your cards if they're not very good, or if you have a bunch of Skelly cards, destroy them. Or you might want to destroy your opponents and take that action to get rid of cards that they have that are good. Then there's the symbol here, which is pretty self-explanatory. You draw a card from the draw pile. Hopefully not the Skelly guy. Then there's another card symbol here, if I can find it, which is this one here. It's on the Fung Elder, and they got the Fung Philosopher and all sorts of interesting creatures. It's got a double kind of card symbol, and it means you draw 2 cards from the draw pile and add them to your hand. There's another symbol. This hook fishing symbol, it's on the fist. It's a thief, and that one lets you take 2 random cards from your opponent's hand, keep one, and then you get the other one back. So blindly take 2 cards from your opponent's hand. Oh, nah, I don't want that one. I'll take this one. And then you have this arrow symbol, which finally we get to it. It's been sitting there for 8 minutes. And offer of hit songs. Baby, let's smurgle and shake your snorkels. If you're feeling boogie. Interesting. Just funny little things that they did. That symbol, with the arrow, that you put 1 card from your team back to your hand. You cannot return cards that you have played this turn. That's when you do the return action. So you got different actions you can do on your turn, depending on the card you play. Again, what you're trying to do is get into your lineup of cards here that you have. You want to have in these 10 cards. To win the game, you need to have 3 totems and no Skellies. But if you have 4 Skellies, you immediately lose the game. it's a simple little game where you're drawing cards and playing cards and taking actions, and it's an okay game, I suppose. And you get all those information on the symbols on this reference card. Draw 1, draw 2, steal, return, hypnotize, and strike. But again, it doesn't specify exactly what you're doing with hypnotizing. And then here it tells you what you're going to do on your turn. Pretty self-explanatory thing. The game, it's fine. It's got some interesting, funny art, some interesting, funny things on it. Funny little game. Kind of a light game, I suppose. For 2 players, it's fine. I got no real complaints, I suppose. That is Totem Hoarder. Hopefully that makes sense. Comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you next time. Very quickly, I knew I forgot a few things. So, bodyguards protect you, and they protect you by forcing the other player to attack the bodyguard before they attack anyone else. As long as you have a bodyguard, they get attacked first and foremost. Everyone else stays safe. And different cards have bonuses, which I forgot to mention. I do apologize about that. And that is, and there's imposters and stuff like that as well. Now each card, I should also mention, has a different tribe. Like this is the mushrooms, this is the carps, this is the skellies, and these are roaches. Different tribes, just for fun, I should mention that. And spookies as they're called, not skellies. And when you do one of these actions, like the strike action, you perform this only when you play it from your hand. The bonus is that you'll see some cards you only perform after they go into your team and wait for them to be used. And for instance, you have this bonus here, little symbol, which indicates this carp is an imposter on the roads, basically. That's an imposter symbol. Like for instance, this one, you hypnotize a roach as a bonus. This one, you return a roach. Same with this one, and this one, you draw a card. So that's that. I just wanted to clarify that. I apologize for missing that. That's the game. Comment, like, subscribe. We'll see you. Thanks for watching.